What's happening? It's your boy SymbolicSportsaholic bringing you another great edition of NFL Weekly Prediction. Alright, this week we have the Lions and the Texans. This game is going to be played on Thanksgiving. I think there's 3 games. The Texans are looking pretty good, and so are the Lions, though. The Texans are favored by 3 points. And I think the Texans handle the Lions on the road. It's going to be a close game, though, for sure. I wouldn't even bet on that pick at all. Wouldn't touch that. But I'm going to take the Texans just because I think they are really looking forward to the playoffs. They need to keep their momentum. They need to keep winning games. And they almost got upset by the Jaguars last week, which was pretty embarrassing. But anyways, so yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And let's get on to the next game here. Washington Redskins at the Dallas Cowboys. I like the Redskins. Their offense moves the ball very well. Their defense hasn't been great, but the Cowboys almost lost to the Browns last week. These Cowboys have a lot of talent, but they just can't execute. I've been saying it all year. I don't like the Cowboys. I don't care if they're at home. They almost lost to the Browns at home. Give me the Redskins all day on this one. I think the Cowboys are done, to be honest. They have no shot at the Super Bowl. I think they're going to stop trying here pretty soon. The Redskins don't really either, but, rookie quarterbacks always have that drive to keep winning games. I like the Redskins. Now we have the Patriots and the Jets. The Patriots always step it up towards the end of the year. So the Jets have been doing pretty well. They beat the Rams last week, and the Rams are such a bipolar team. You don't really know what to expect from them. I like the Patriots in this one. Not too many upsets so far, but I do have a lot of upsets coming up here. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, yeah, the Jets' offense is dysfunctional, and their defense is fairly good, but I wouldn't take the Jets at all. I'm going with the Pats. Alright. Now here is a pretty good game. The Minnesota Vikings take on the Chicago Bears. The Vikings are a great team. They move the ball well. Their defense is pretty solid. All around a pretty good team. And the Bears look dysfunctional on Monday Night Football. They just got destroyed by the 49ers in all aspects of the game. Their offensive line is just garbage. I don't even know why I'm taking the Bears, mainly because they're undefeated at home. I still believe in Jason Campbell. He actually threw the ball fairly well, but his offensive line just got him destroyed. I like the Bears in this one. A very, very close game. Both teams need a win desperately. But I'm taking the Bears at home. I think the Vikings will beat them at home, though, later on. Now we have the Raiders and the Bengals. The Raiders have been slipping. They have nothing to play for anymore. They're like 3-7 or something. I don't see them beating the Bengals. The Bengals are a fairly good team. They've been hot so far later in the season. And they're at home, which always helps. I like the Bengals in this one. I do think the Raiders will cover that huge 9.5 point spread. But I'll take the Bengals all day. Especially with Benjarvis Green-Ellis. That guy's pretty good. Alright, now we have my Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. This game always scares me for some reason. It shouldn't, but it does. The Steelers got a tough loss against the Ravens last week. It was a good game, very ground and pound, but I like the Steelers to go into Cleveland and win. The Browns, their season's done. I don't think they're going to try to tank the season to get more draft picks, but although they're a good team, there's no way they're going to get in the playoffs with their record. It's just not going to happen, so I'm taking the Steelers. They still have something to play for. Alright, next game we have the Bills and the Colts. The Bills run the ball very, very well. Passing the ball is kind of iffy. Ryan Fitzgerald, No, Fitzpatrick. I was right this time. I don't know why I confuse those names. I know they're completely different players. But anyways, the Colts got destroyed last week against Patriots, as I expected. But the Colts do play well against like sub 500 teams, and they're at home. They always play better at home. I believe in Andrew Luck. Not a whole lot, but I do like the Colts to win this game. This one's going to be closer than you think. I don't think the Colts are going anywhere. I think they got a little too cocky after their like 3-game win streak. But I'll take the Colts in a very close one. Now we have the Titans and the Jaguars. The Titans came off a bye, and they're very good right now. Um, in all aspects of the games, the Titans aren't bad whatsoever. But I like the Jaguars to win this game. The way they played the Texans with their 1-8 record, or 1-7 at the time, it just proves to me that they want to win a game badly. They really need a win. So I'll take the Jags over the Texans at home, even though the Jaguars haven't scored over 15 points at home all year offensively. I like Chad Henne. This guy, I've been saying it forever. He deserves to be a starting QB. I mean, look, he jumped into that Packers-Bears playoff game last year, and he almost beat the 15-1 Packers as a backup QB. So I like Chad Henne. Go with the Jags. Now we have my lock pick of the week. This one's a no-brainer. The Broncos are playing some of the best football in the NFL, and the Chiefs are definitely playing the worst. I like the Broncos all day, no doubt about it. I know they're playing in Arrowhead, but who cares? The Chiefs are going to tank the season. They're done. I know they're a good team. Well, they're not good, but they have the potential to be. I definitely like the Broncos here. Okay, now next game we have the Seahawks at the Dolphins. I love the Seahawks. I think they're a great team in all aspects of the game. They are in need of a win. They came off a bye. I'm a little confused. I don't know how they're gonna do off of the bye, like how Pete Carroll's been working on, because we haven't heard from them in a while. But I do like the Seahawks to go into Miami and win. The Dolphins are on a downward spiral. They're getting hurt left and right. Reggie Bush isn't producing. Ryan Tannehill isn't either as of lately. They're a good team. Honestly, their rush defense is very good, but I mean the Seahawks have an even better rush defense. I'll take the Seahawks on the road. Now we have my upset pick of the week. I have the Buccaneers beating the Atlanta Falcons. Matt Ryan threw a lot of picks last week. I think he had 5, which is kind of sad. But that's not the main reason why. I do think the Falcons are a good team, but I think these Bucs are the hottest team right now. Statistically, they're not nearly the best team, but Doug Martin, this kid's going to be a star. I know it for sure. He's the real deal. He's like Ray Rice on steroids. I like Doug Martin. Josh Freeman's been picking up his game too. Offensively, the Bucs have been doing very good. Mike Williams, Vincent Jackson. Defensively, they're doing just average, but the Falcons are kind of slumping here. We'll see what happens, but I like the Bucs in the upset. Now we have the Ravens and the Chargers. The Ravens could not score a touchdown on the Steelers defense last week. I know the Steelers D is pretty good, but this offense is kind of a joke in my opinion. Their defense isn't good either. It's ranked 27th. Their record doesn't show it. Somehow they're pulling out close wins. I do think the Ravens are a good team, and I do think the Chargers can be good if they want to be. I like the Chargers winning at home in a very, very close game. Probably a field goal or less, I don't really believe in the Chargers anymore. I did at the beginning of the year, but for some reason, Norv Turner, he's fighting for his job right now, so I think he's going to push this team to their limit and beat the Ravens. Now we have the Rams and the Cardinals. I like the Rams. I know they lost last week to the Jets, which is kind of upsetting, but I watched the Cardinals game against the Falcons, and they were just horrible on offense. Defensively, they played great. They got 5 picks off of Matt Ryan, which is amazing, but I think the Rams' defense is almost just as good. Offensively, the Rams are much better. The the Cardinals are playing their third string quarterback. They pulled John Skelton, not Colt McCoy, Kevin Cobb. He's out. So I like the Rams. I mean, this game is kind of a dud, but whatever. Now we have the 49ers and the Saints. This game is going to be one of my favorites to watch. I know I haven't made a three-pick game of the week to watch, 3 games of the week to watch, but I'd say the Seahawks and the Dolphins, um, the Redskins and the Cowboys, and the 49ers and the Saints. I like the 49ers right now. They just showed up the Bears big time on Monday Night Football, even with their second string quarterback, Colin Kaepernick. The Saints are hot though as well. This is going to be an interesting game. Both teams are very, very good. I know the Saints are at home, but I'm taking the 49ers. This game is interesting. I just don't know what will happen. It's a coin toss. That's my coin toss game. All right, here are the Packers and the Giants. This game surprises me. I don't really know what to expect from either team. They're both good, but you don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know who to pick for this game. I like the Packers, but I don't like their run game so much. I think the Giants need a win at home desperately. They've lost 2 in a row, I believe. So I am going to take the Giants. I think the Giants are favored. I don't know why. But I think the Giants play very good under pressure. So I'm taking the Giants at home. They're 6-4. They lost to the Steelers and Bengals. They need to beat the Packers. The rest of their schedule is pretty rough too for the Giants. So they need to get into the playoffs if they want another Super Bowl chance. Well, obviously. All right. We have the Panthers and the Eagles on Monday Night Football. I like the Panthers. They've been playing with a lot of passion. I know they're 2-8. I've watched these guys play last week, and they have some drive in them still. They're still hungry to win games. They know it. Everyone knows it. The Eagles are on a slump. They're playing Nick Foles. I do like this Eagles team as well. This will be an interesting matchup. I don't really know how these teams will match up. I haven't seen them play each other in years, so I like the Panthers, though, in a close one. All right, happy Thanksgiving, and keep it 100, Woodies. You heard me?